Hey, kia ora whānau, you're here with me, the maoriwargamer, and today we'll be playing a Star Wars Legion battle report. Welcome whānau to this 200-point battle of Star Wars Legion. The triumphant return, second season of Star Wars Legion content here on the channel, the maoriwargamer channel, New Zealand's #1 tabletop gaming and let's play video games channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Boom, plug. But yeah, here we are, 200 points, Rebels versus the Empire. Continuing where we left off at the end of Season 1. If you haven't watched that as well, another plug, link in the description or something like that to go back and recap the first season. But here we are on the planet of Endor. We've got the Endor bunker loaded up, forests around, Rebels and Empire all stationed and ready for battle. So following the end of Season 1, the destruction of the Death Star, so following that canon still, Death Star destroyed, the Empire are in retreat. They're pushing back from the planet, trying to withdraw and escape, and so the Rebels are pressing them, following the attack, using this moment to strike and take down key enemy units. We've got General Han Solo dashing in his trench coat, new unit to the army since Season 1. So General Solo is here, ready to lead and destroy the Empire forces before they leave. Key unit here leading the Stormtroopers is General Veers. So he'll be a key target to take down and will strengthen the rebel cause with his death. So yeah, that's our game. Got this deployment, major offensive, pretty fitting for the game. We've got objectives to capture, so 3 objectives on the battlefield. Most person who holds the most ends up winning, and then clear conditions, the weather effect. So death of the Death Star, debris raising, flaming down from above, but not hitting this area, the forest. Ewoks running around going, oh, and whatever they say, everyone in pursuit. So Han leading two crack rebel squads into battle against the fleeing Empire. Who will win? Who will lose? We'll find out. So that's the story. Rebels in pursuit of the fleeing Empire following the destruction of the Death Star. Back in it, been a long time, been like 7 months since we last played Star Wars Legion. So be gentle, be kind. As we try to bumble our way through the rules, refresh everything. You know, it probably would have been a good idea to read up before I film, but hey, we fly loose and free by the seat of my pants and fueled up by the power of sweet Corona. Steer us through our Lord and Savior. So yeah, any rules errors, anything big, flag it, let us know in the comments. I want to film 2 episodes back to back, so probably won't be able to make any changes till episode 3, episode 2, but we'll do the best we can. You know, we're here just having a bit of fun, bit of adventure. You know, not major rules accuracy. There's bigger, better channels for that kind of stuff, but you know, we've got our stuff laid out on the tabletop, painted armies. Nice little battlefield and scenarios set up for you to come in and immerse yourself in some tabletop entertainment. That's my big goal to deliver. So enjoy it, whānau, buckle up, stay tuned as we go into Turn 1 Star Wars Legion. Alright whānau, so we've got 200 points of Rebel forces led by the famous General Solo. He's out of the carbonite, he's ready to rock and roll. And he'll be supported by 2 very basic troops of Rebel troopers, bare bones, no upgrades, no modifications at all. So that's 200 points of Rebel forces to stop the Empire's escape. And we have 200 points of Empire forces led by the cunning, the strategic Darth Vader Jr., General Veers. And he's supported by 2 squads of Stormtroopers. Basic, again, bare bones. Except we've got 1 squad here with a heavy weapon trooper there to provide some extra firepower. So they will be looking to escape and flee after the destruction of the Death Star. We'll go into turn 1 command phase, see who's going to roll that out. So stay with us, Whānau, as we get into Star Wars Legion Battle Report. Alright, so turn 1, both playing Imperial Discipline, General Veer's command against my assault, both 3 pips. But I've got the turn counter, so I get the initiative there. So I moved all my units. We've got our objectives here in this forest. One up there in the bunker, and one in the forest over there. My units have all moved, so we've got these rebels here. They're just going with the dodge token. Han is taking aim, and dudes over here also just dodging. Too early to engage in turn 1. The Empire has moved as well. Rushing towards objectives, and they're going to actually take aim into my unit. So they've got a long range trooper, heavy weapon guy, got a range of 4. Dude back here, and he's actually going to take a shot into Han Solo. So he's got 2 red dice he's looking to hit on. 2 hits. So Han Solo here taking fire from that heavy weapon trooper. He fires his energy weapon straight through the forest. Han though, pretty big dog. He's got low profile, so while defending, if you have light cover, improve your cover by 1. Light cover defends it, cancels out 1 hit result. And then improving that by 1 cancels that. So both those hits don't do anything because he's Han Solo. And then uncanny luck. He gets to re-roll up to 3 defense dice if he failed the defense rolls anyway. So, man, safe as houses. What a big dog. That one there will end turn 1. So General Veers takes his shot into the rebels, but he's got tears in his eyes from the death of the Death Star. So he's those must be to explain why he was unable to hit these rebels. And yeah, that ends the first turn. Everyone's activated. Go into turn number 2, command phase. Check who's going to roll that one out. So stay with us for this maoriwargamer Star Wars Legion Battle Report. Alright, fine, so turn 2, command phase. Let's reveal those cards. Reckless Diversion. Han Solo 1 trooper push 2 units. So my opponent now has the initiative turn counter, so he's going to be kicking off for his turn. Objective update. So this one here. Oh, what's the rules of it? I think it has to be in base contact. Yeah. Oh no, for each terrain piece with an objective token, units in contact with the base with that. So yeah, we've got this objective here. Other 2 up for grabs still at the moment. So that is where the game really matters. But Empire taking the initiative for this turn. We'll see what plans they will unveil. Alright, so everyone's moved. Stormtroopers looking to capture the Endor bunker over here. Rebels see that happening. They scramble into cover behind these barricades. Boss Dog leads his rebels to hold the objective in the forest, whilst Han, reckless diversion. Han's going to race forward across the battlefield towards the troopers, towards the stormtroopers and General Veers. So my opponent's going to activate his 2 units, being the stormtroopers on over here and over here. So we'll see how he's going to rock with that, and then go into my activation as we wrap up turn 2. Alright, so end of activation for the stormtroopers turn 2. Classic stormtrooper shooting ability, does not shine at all. Took a shot in, spent the dodge tokens behind the cover. These troopers are safe. These ones over here try to shoot into Han, forgetting about the reckless diversion. So when an enemy unit performs an attack, it must attack a troop unit that has a face-up order token, being these dudes here. So their fire was redirected. They ignored Han. These guys waving their hands saying, look at me, look at me. So they shoot into them. And yeah, also they're safe as houses. So go into the rebel activation for turn 2 before we move into turn 3. We got Squidward's unit and Han Solo ready to shoot in to these guys here who are also not in any form of cover. Alright, Whānau, so Han Solo, big dog, just reading all his rules. He's a lucky fella. Uncanny luck, sharpshooter, gunslinger. He can shoot once and then shoot again. Madness. Plus he's got Pierce on his thing, so crazy. We're going to shoot into Veers to start. 2 shots from his blaster. Pew pew! Boom, 2 hits. Get to make your defense dice there, General Veers. And he's not in any form of cover, so we'll see how he does. So Veers has had 2 successful hits made against him by the mighty General Han Solo. He's going to go roll some defense dice, but Han has Pierce on that weapon, so blank, 1's a hit, but the Pierce goes straight through, so 2 damage. How much does it bring it down to?
3.
3, woo! Not today, General Veers. I'm a Han Solo. Pew, pew. Yeah, baby. And Gunslinger, the ultimate gunslinger, Han Solo, what a hero. Way better than Luke Skywalker. He's going to shoot into the Stormtroopers as well. Let's go. Alright, so Han shooting into the Stormtroopers. 2-shot blaster pistol. Let's go. Boom, 2 hits. Attack surge rolls, transfer to that. That's dead no matter what. 2 defense dice. And Pierce just cancels out 2 of those defense rolls. That means, unless you've got also a dodge token, you're pretty much screwed when Han shoots you. Yeah, baby. Han Solo, gunslinger for days. And that's just Han's activation. Got Squidward's Rebel squad as well. Let's wrap up turn 2. Alright team, so wrapping up the turn 2. 4 shots from the squad. We're going to wipe out those Stormtroopers there. So 3 shots. Let's see what we get. 1 hit. Is that a crit? That's a crit. And then re-roll 1 as well because we've got 4. 3 hits. 1 of them is a critical hit. Boom. So now we just got that heavy Stormtrooper left alive. The squad has been rattled by overwhelming fire. The rebels are picking up that momentum after the destruction of the Death Star. Death of the Death Star. So funny. Give that a like. I just made that up on the spot, eh? Destruction of the Death Star. The rebels, the Empire is in disarray. General Veers is wounded. These guys over here cowering like little snowflakes. What can they do against the might of the rebel forces? The force is certainly with the Rebel Alliance. But we'll see how it wraps up. Going into turn 3, command phase, see who rolls out. Stay with us, Whānau, for this exciting Star Wars Legion entertainment. Turn 3, Whānau, command phase. Let's see what we got. 3 pips, 3 pipperinos. Oh, General Veers is going to attack, and he's also going to call down a orbital strike. Maximum firepower he calls for. Very deadly and destructive. 1 activation though. However, Han Solo, the best unit you can get for the rebels at the moment. Hey, watch this card. Han Solo, change of plans. When the card is revealed, you may discard it and return it to an opponent. You may discard it to return an opponent's command card to their hand. Return to the select command card step. That opponent cannot select the command card that was returned to their hand. So you can't use that one. Boom, bingo, bango, Han Solo, King of Star Wars. Alright, so that's my opponent. He's replayed this one. Ambushed 1 unit. I've got this one pushed 2 units. So we're going to wrap that up. At the moment, objective held here. Rebels are in the lead. This one's still being contested. Stormtroopers closest to it. And this one here, Han's about to step into that and secure that one. So we'll see how things roll out. Empire taking the start of this turn 3. Stay with us. Alright, fine. So that's the end of movement. That's the end of movement. We're going to go into my opponent, activating his 1 unit. These Stormtroopers over here, to see how they do. Alright, Stormtrooper Yellow Squad, 4 shots into these 4 rebels over here, who are in light cover. Oh. Stormtrooper, reliable aim of fire, shoot into pew, 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 and no hits at all. Great work, bravo team Stormtroopers. That's my opponent's one. My activation now, these rebels and Han Solos. Alright, so these 4 rebels going to return fire into these Stormtroopers. We're going to give them cover, they need it. Feel they need it, so we'll give them cover. I'm a generous opponent. 3 shots. May the force be with them. May the force be with them. Oh, 2 hits, 1 more roll. 3 hits. May the force be with you. Let's see their defense dice rolls and if they can withstand this volley of firepower. 3 hits. 3 defense rolls. Oh, they made all of them. Alright, they're still alive. Bravo. Bravo to them. Bravo, Stormtroopers. Han Solo, Gunslinger, going in to shoot for turn 3. Gunslinger abilities, he can shoot both of them. So we'll start off with this humble Stormtrooper here. 2 shots. He's got an aim token on him as well. Not needed. 2 hits.
In cover.
In cover. Cancels out 1. So make 1 defense roll. And I'll cancel that out because of Pierce. if that's not correct, team, give just clarify it for us in the comments. But as we read it, you can't dispute that, eh?
No, I can't.
Yeah. As we read it, pretty much means two guaranteed hits no matter what you roll. So, like the only way to dodge that would be unless you're using a dodge token to give you additional defenses.
Why'd you let me roll?
But yeah, that's pretty screwed. Shooting into Veers now. 2 hits. Boom. 2 hits. See, no, it's now I'm thinking of it. He is PS2, so no matter if you roll 2, I cancel them out. Which you rolled 2, but I'm PS2, so I cancel both of those. So he takes 2 damage.
Yes.
I feel like I'm reading that. I feel that he seems way too overpowered. So yeah, team, if you can clarify those Han Solo rules, let us know. But we're just going to go with it as it is, as we read it, as we understand it. But yeah, would appreciate some clarification. And that ends turn 3. We're going into turn 4. Command phase initiative token to my opponent and see how long he can hang in there for. Alright, command phase turn 4. My opponent's got the initiative token. I'll play this one 0 pip to 1 pip. Just reread the card. It says to treat it as though it has 1 pip. I mean, why do they bother putting it 0 if it's got 1? Confused. I got too excited about that. But yeah, I get a 1 aim token, 1 dodge token. General Veers is going to order an orbital bombardment. I think he's got vengeance out for Han. So see if Han can weather the storm that's going to come his way. As we go and move our units, activate, all that kind of stuff. Stay with us. Turn 4. Alright, so Rebels moving out of cover over here. Stormtroopers going to try to take their chances to take a gamble. Moving forward to, since their shooting's not too good, they're going to try and get in for some rumbles. These ones here still stay in base contact with the terrain feature of the objective and just move in for closer range for shooting. Han while entrenched in the bushes, and Veers has actually moved into some cover, so that should work well for him. Han also gets an aim and a dodge token from his order card, so he's bumped up, and we'll go into General Veers' attack. So Veers, wounded, desperate, and he's learnt his folly to even begin to think that he can challenge the might of General Han Solo. Decides to spend his action to give himself a dodge token, extra defense when Han shoots him to death, and now he's going to activate his command card to order an orbital bombardment against the boys over here. Rebel commandos, just basic rebel squad, see how they defend. So Rebels defending against Veers' orbital strike. Let's see how he does. Roll that off, General Veers.
4 shots, don't shoot like stormtroopers. 3 hits. 4 hits.
4 hits. 4 hits into the Rebels, no defense die. Let's see what they do. 4 hits from the orbital 4 hits from the orbital bombardment into these humble Rebels over here. 4 defense dice. Let's see what they do. Come on, boys. Oh, 1 save. 1 save. Lasers come down from afar. Cripple them down to 1 guy left alive. Very desperate straits. Han Solo is going to get revenge for his brothers over in the forest there. Take that last shot into Veers. See how he does. Alright, so Han is going to shoot into Veers. Almost thought it might be useless shooting into him as he gets a dodge and an aim, a dodge and cover. But sharpshooter reduces cover by 1. So we're going to roll in that attack. 1 hit. Spend one of the aim tokens there. 2 hits. So one of those hits is cancelled out by the dodge. He's dead. He's dead, eh? Yeah, so... and then he doesn't get a cover save. Whatever you roll, I'm just going to cancel out with Pierce. So you're dead. So Han Solo sees his 3 rebel mates get killed. Fires a shot straight into his... There we go, Whānau. Death of the commander. Han Solo victorious and capturing this objective here. We've got that objective there. This one is up for grabs. Go in the final turn, turn 5, and see how we end the game. Stay with us. Quality Star Wars entertainment from a humble New Zealand YouTuber. Alright, so we got Ambush and Assault. So I played that one, my opponent played that one. So I've got the initiative turn, the final turn. He's only got 1 unit to activate, so surprise, surprise. And I'll just activate these guys, I reckon. So yeah, we're going to set that up. Stay with us for the final turn. Star Wars Legion 200 power point battle here on the Battle of Endor in the aftermath of the destruction of the Death Star. Alright, so activation for the final turn. Rebels hold this objective, Rebels hold this objective, and Rebels also hold this objective contested with the Stormtroopers. These dudes going to take aim into the Stormtroopers who aren't in cover. 4 attacks. 3 hits. 3 defense dice. Is that 3 red defense?
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Can't even shoot and they can't even defend.
They are gone. Final turn for them. They can activate. We'll come back. Alright, Whānau, so end of turn 5, and that marks an end for game number 1. Star Wars Legion Battle Report 200 point battle. Yellow Stormtrooper took out that guy, but alas, not in base contact with this thing, so that objective is uncontested. Meaning that this objective here in the hands of the Rebels, this objective here in the hands of Han Solo himself, and victory for this game going to the Rebel Alliance. So that's a cause of celebration, cause for cheers and applause. In the first return for Star Wars Legion Season 2, after that 6-7 month break, it's been a while, but I think we got through it pretty well. Quick, fast-paced game. I do quite enjoy it. Some stuff a bit convoluted, but once you get the hang of it, or, you know, make it work for yourself, I guess. Don't have to be crystal clear to the rules, just having fun, having a good time, and yeah, good thing to play and get into. Star Wars lovers, any fans of tabletop gaming, a little bit of story, you know, it was good. So the Rebels pushed forward, General Veers trying to escape, wiped them out to a single man left alive. So a Rebel victory on the planet of Endor as the Empire looks to make their retreat after the destruction of the Death Star. So yeah, Whānau, I hope you enjoyed that one. Hope you enjoyed the triumphant return of Star Wars Legion. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe to the channel for some more Star Wars content. Go back and watch Season 1 to refresh yourself. We've got more new action, new faces, new appearances on the channel here. By new units that have been picked up in the gap between Season 1 and 2. Stories to craft, tales to tell in a galaxy far, far away. Stay tuned there, Whānau. I hope you enjoyed this one. Fill me in on any rules, errors as well, much appreciated. But till next episode next week, stay tuned, Whānau. I am the maoriwargamer. Thank you for watching. Ka kite, anō.